All right. So like I said, we are one month into the fourth quarter. You got 2 months left. If you're looking to make the fourth quarter the best part of your year, which a lot of times every fourth quarter was typically the best portion of my business. Whenever I was doing, hang on. You guys ready? Yeah? No? Cool. All right. So the fourth quarter is typically always one of the best times of my business because a lot of people do take off for holidays. A lot of people kind of start slowing down. I just want to give you a couple reminders and a couple things to think about. Coming into the end of the year, if you want to achieve anything, you've got to set some goals for yourself. I would say between now and the end of the year, you've got about 45 days left to ink some business. That's more than enough time to find at least 1 or 2 more deals between now and the end of the year, at least, not counting what you already have in your pipeline. You've probably already got some deals in your pipeline, potential listings, potential buyers for next year. Why not fill it up a little bit more? So I would say if you want to finish the year strong, you've got to be able to set some goals and you've got to be able to take some action. That was one of the first quotes that you saw on the meeting this morning. It's just about taking action. If you're not going to take action, you're not going to get the things that you want. It's that simple. Everybody knows how to do something. It's so easy to find the information on how you can do something. It's accessible. You can YouTube anything. You can Google anything. You can watch a podcast on anything. You can figure out how to do anything. But it's not enough to know how. It's not enough to know how, and then you have to be willing to take the action to do it. So set some goals for yourself between now and the end of the year, and then give yourself an idea of how often you're going to work. What days will you work between now and the end of the year? Are you going to take vacations? Are you going to go somewhere? Are you going to take certain weekends off? This is a business. Just like the company that you worked for before you got into real estate, they told you when to come in, when to go home, what days you work, what your holiday hours were, when they were going to be open, what your expectation was. You have to do the same thing for your business going into the holidays. So what's your holiday schedule? Are you going to be here over the Thanksgiving weekend? Are you going to be here over the holiday week, 2 weeks over the holidays? You have kids? Are you taking a trip? Or are you planning on working the whole time? Are you going to take weekends off? Make a commitment. Pick the days and times that you're going to work. So between now and then, 5 days a week, I'm going to work for 2 hours a day. When I say work is prospecting business. You're going to have to show homes. You're going to go on appointments. That's not what I'm counting as your work, as your prospecting time. You need to make sure that every single day between now and the end of the year that you say you're going to work, you have some activity time that you're going to be drumming up new business, creating new contacts, making new contacts, touching base with people for the holidays. You have to start doing those things. That's what's imperative for your business to stay successful. Also, how are you going to finish the year? Know your numbers. Where are your numbers at? How much do you have pending? How much have you closed? What were your goals? How much do you need to do to hit your goals? Have you exceeded your goals? Do we need to do more? Do we need to do less? What do you want to do? We already hit the goal and we want to do a little bit more. We have to know where your numbers are at. I guarantee if you sit down with me and we work through what you've closed, where you're at, what's pending, what's in your pipeline, you'll see if you continue to work your pipeline with diligence, you'll more than likely hit the goal that you set at the beginning of the year. More than likely, most of you have enough business in your pipeline that you will hit those goals if you work that business. And then if you start working more business on top of that, saying when you will work, how many contacts you're going to make every day, between what time, and what that goal is, you'll be able to exceed or at least set yourself up for a great new year. So know how you want to finish the year. What are your numbers? Where do you want to hit? As a company, that's what we're doing. We're looking every single week. We sit down and we go through and say, this is how many listings we have. This is how many sales we have. This is where we want to be. This is our goal for this month. This is our goal for the year. And with your help, we can make sure that we hit that. Then if you want to know where you should put your focus, look at what's worked. Where did the business come from that you closed? From your sphere, from your past clients, from your prospecting, for sale by owners, open houses. Where'd your business come from? If that's where your business came from, maybe we should put a little focus on that and do a little more of that. That's where it came from. That's what made you successful up to this. Success leaves clues. If that's what made you successful up to this point, don't you think we should put a little more emphasis and focus on that to continue that level of success? And if you want to start something new on top of that, go right ahead. But I think we can really determine that this is what made me successful. I can continue to do that. What would I have to do focusing on that to continue to be successful? Ask yourself some really empowering questions, because the questions that you're typically asking yourself are, well, why is that going to work now? The market's changed. I don't think they're going to want to sell. They're not going to do this. Ask yourself an empowering question. What can I do in that avenue, in that prospecting focus, to make sure I'm delivering the best message to the people that I'm talking to? How can I tweak that a little bit? Don't change the goal, change the approach that you're using. And we can change that approach a little bit to continue to get those same actions and get the same results. Now is a great time for reviews and testimonials. If you haven't done it all year, or if you haven't been staying on top of it, go back through all of your deals that you've had. Make sure you have a review and testimonial from every single person that you have. Get a real satisfied one, send them a link for a Zillow review, get all of your reviews there. It's never easier than between now and the end of the year. There's so many reasons to follow up with them. You can invite them to the mobile mammography bus that we have coming out tomorrow. You can invite them to a trunk or treat that's coming out on Friday. I'm sorry, the mammography bus is on Thursday. The trunk or treat on Friday. You can wish them a happy holidays, happy Halloween. You can wish them a happy Thanksgiving. You can wish them a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. That's six times that you could touch base with somebody between now and the end of the year, the next 2 months. There's plenty of opportunities to reach out to them with a message, ask them to do a testimonial review if they haven't already. Or if they've done one on one platform, copy and paste it and say, I've already taken the liberty of putting the review you've already provided to me. Would you mind going to this link and putting it in there as well? Because not all of our systems talk. Zillow doesn't pull from Real Satisfied, but you can use Real Satisfied on Century 21 online to connect to Zillow, and it sends them a link with all of the information they already provided so they can do it seamlessly on Zillow. They still have to go through that process though. Create a brag piece. How about a collage of all the homes that you've sold? Throwing it into a simple little video with some branding, just a collage going from one to the next to the next. It's been a great year. Who's next? Who can I help next? I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. I've had a great year. I'm looking forward to a great one. You don't have to it doesn't even have to be about trying to get any business. This is just about staying top of mind and providing value. So set some goals for next year. One of the quickest ways to get energized is to start focusing on all the things that you want to create. Start thinking about them. Think about all the lives that you can change if you created the life that you wanted to live. If you really took some time to focus on the life that you want to create and the life that you want to live and the life that you will be living instead of the life that you're living right now, you will start creating some more energy. You start creating some more emotion. And what if you really compounded on that every day, focused on the things that you want to do, the places that you're going to be, the income you want to create, how much of a difference it's going to make in your spouse's life, your kid's life, how much of a difference it's going to be for them. If you really focus on those things, it starts creating some energy. And motion comes from emotion, and motion creates emotion. So the two go hand in hand. The more emotion that you can create inside of you, the more motion and action that helps you to take. And the more action you take, the easier it is to change some of your emotions. So if you're not having a really good day and you're not feeling like doing some of those things, start moving, create some motion, do some things. Instead of sitting down calling, stand up. Instead of sitting around doing nothing, go for a walk, change your scenery. Use motion to help change your emotions if you're not happy with the emotions that you're feeling at the moment. And revitalize your surroundings. It's always good to change things a little bit. If you've been working from home, bring yourself to the office. If you've been working from the office, go work somewhere else. Choose a different location, choose a different office. Ask somebody else if they wouldn't mind partnering with you. Change your surroundings a little bit, revitalize everything around you if you want to create something different. A couple of housekeeping items that we'll jump into, and then we'll go to our guests from Metro Places, Metro Lagoons. We have the innovative lending class that'll be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It will be on Zoom, but it'll be live in this room as well. So show up for that. I'll send another invite out for that. We've got 30 people RSVP'd for that, and then more for online. The mobile mammography bus with FBI inspections will be here on Thursday from 8:30 till 2:30. We've sent that link out plenty, so there are still some slots open. If they go click on that link to schedule their slot, there's some openings and availabilities. They can come down and hope to get a spot if they just do it on the fly, but we can't guarantee anything. So if they want to, if they say, I'm not sure if I can do one of those slots specifically, tell them to show up during one of the time frames that still shows as open, and we should be able to squeeze them in. So make sure that you are sending that out. Survey Eagle is doing two specials, $495 for a full inspection between now and the end of the month for any size home, and then the pre-listing inspection. $299 paid up front, $100 at closing for a full pre-listing inspection, windmill, 4-point, everything. You'll be able to provide that, and it'll even transfer it over to the buyer once the inspection is done, once you get a contract. Trunk or treat is this Friday from 4 to 6. So make sure that you are sharing that through your social media as well. So make sure you're sharing that through your social media as well. Trunk or treat this Friday. If you are planning to attend, please send me an email and let me know you'll be here. We're trying to get a head count. I'll probably send another email out today asking you to reply so we know how many cars to expect out in the parking lot and we can block off the right amount of spots. And lastly, before we bring our guest, open houses. If you have any properties that want help for open houses, send them to me. I'll be sending another message out today to reply to. If you have a listing, send it to me. I'll get it out to the team. We'll make it available for everybody to hold. One second, Jimmy a co-host very quickly.
Yes, why don't we those things when they're working?
Oh, not Julie.
Because I was fine with the new thing, but I haven't seen, so I didn't have to go to the homepage. I used to have it saved, but then I thought I couldn't.
So with that, we will bring up our guests. We have Metro Places and Metro Lagoons as our guests today. They want to tell you everything that's going on with their products and what you can expect from them and how they can help you with some marketing of their products. So come on down. Is it Julie and Tom? John. Julie and John, come on up. Now, again, you'll have to kind of stay close to You'll have to stay close to the microphone, and then I'll your presentation is, I could only get it into a Google Drive presentation, which will be the same. So we'll just go through that. So,
and then to forward it.
You'll just scroll through with the mouse. And I'm sorry, it's not gonna. It just didn't come across the right way. I couldn't get it on the PowerPoint because it's too large of a file for it.
No worries at all. Good morning. I'm John Affelbach with Metro Development Group and Metro Places. I'm the marketing director with the company, and I've been there 2 years this month and this week. And we also have Julie Kremner.
I'm a little bit newer. I just came on board in July. Are you familiar at all with Metro Places, Metro Lagoons? So back in July, I was hired because I'm like you, I'm a realtor, and Metro decided that they needed to create a new space to really reach out to the realtor group. It's changed, the market's changed a little bit. And what we realized as a developer is we needed a specific reach out specifically to the realtors. So they hired me. So out of all the titles I've had in my 30 plus years of real estate, broker liaison, realtor liaison, that's my new title. Never heard of it. And so it was a big, have you ever heard of it? No, it's a new one. But what it is now you have a contact. I know when you go into a builder's office, you know your agents, right? You know who you're going to go to with D.R. Horton. You know who you're going to go to Lennar because you see those faces on a regular basis. But do you have a contact with the actual developer of South Shore? Now you do. Now you do. Because I know if it's, my history is you'd have a client, sometimes they have a special, you know, they need a little hand holding, they need a little VIP treatment. So if you do have them at South Shore, right, our South Shore Bay community, our lagoon there, and you want a special VIP tour of that lagoon to help close that sale, make them feel special, let them answer questions, and it's questions you may not know right at hand, call me, let me know. Anything that I can help facilitate, close those deals for you with those builders. The builders are going to do their best, but sometimes it's the community that's going to close that deal. You've got me now. Okay. So, I'll give you my card. If you have any questions, let us know. And again, it's any of our lagoon communities and any of our Metro Places communities in general. But right now with the whole program that we've had this last 3 months since September 15th, I don't know if you guys have been able to take it, participate in any of it, but we had a huge fall promotion and it was very, very successful. And I hope you guys earned some money because we're giving away a lot. Absolutely. So anyways, again, I'll give you my card. I'm Julie. People call me Metro Julie now. I'll take it. It's better than broker liaison. They don't, just Metro Julie, but I'll give you my card. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm here for you. I'm hired specifically for you guys. It's a great gig.
And it's especially important because we only one of our communities currently has a welcome center that is run by the developer. So the rest are strictly just builder, model, and sales centers. So there's not really a central location. We're kind of moving to that with some of the upcoming communities, but having Julie as your main contact is especially important right now. And
I'm going to step
easily
down
60 to 70% of our sales are realtor co-op. So it's a huge part of our business. So just a little bit real briefly about Metro Development Group. That's essentially our B2B type umbrella brand. So you'll mostly hear about Metro Places because that's our consumer facing and realtor facing brand. We're based in Tampa. We're celebrating 20 years next year, and we are one of the largest privately held developers in Florida. We currently have 10 actively selling communities throughout Florida. Most are here in the greater Tampa area. Obviously very convenient, highly sought after locations. And then we have high impact amenities that we call elements. So we bring all the elements for a great life. And one of the main things of these is the country's first crystalline man-made lagoons. Everybody heard of our lagoons? Awesome, wonderful, yep. Huge amenity. And we're also very well known for our innovative technologies. One of the main things is UltraFi, which is fiber from the ground up. We were the first to do the fastest in the country at 1 gig speeds, and we bundle it together with the internet and cable TV for prices that are typically 50 to 60% of what people will pay by doing it separately. So not only did they get the fastest speeds, but they get it at a wonderful price. We also have StreetLeaf smart solar powered street lights. So they are off grid, no wires or conduits underneath. They take about 15 minutes to install each light. They dim in periods of inactivity, so it's great for the environment. And then we also have our Breeze community management, which is very high touch, quick response community management. So it's a really new great thing that we're offering to our residents. So we'll start off with Epperson up in Wesley Chapel. Currently at number 27 in the country for sales pace. So it's huge. I think we're right around 650 sales. We'll have 3,500 homes at final build out, so roughly about 50% sold. So we're opening up a lot of neighborhoods in the north end of the community right now. Currently have a family of 6 builders, including D.R. Horton, Lennar, Biscayne, Pulte, MI Homes, and Balcar Group, which is a build to rent product. They do have a form of realtor incentive, obviously not the same as a commission, but they did say they would be bringing something to that, and they just recently started leasing. There's no, as I mentioned, no central welcome center, so you would be contacting the builders and establishing those relationships directly. So just a little bit here. So essentially, the top half of the community above Elam Road here is all that we'll be selling currently. And you can see the lagoon is pretty centrally located in the southern end, but ultimately got a long ways to go. As you can see, here's a image of the lagoon. So it's got an island. It's 7.5 acres of crystal clear water. Lots of amenities. This is the first one that was done in the U.S. We've got the hub pavilion where there's live music and entertainment, huge slide, Wibbit kayaking. You can rent kayaks as well as stand-up paddle boards. It's got the Reef Cafe, which is operated by us, but it's powered by the Three Oaks Company, which brought you Armature Works and several of the establishments within there. So they are really well ingrained in the hospitality industry. We've got just want to let you know that the lagoon is open to both resident and non-resident access. So that's an important thing. Sometimes if people think that it's going to be resident only, it's not, but ultimately they limited. No resident has ever been or ever will be turned away. So they manage the number of tickets they sell externally. And the revenue that's generated from those external ticket sales allow us to provide additional programming that's geared towards the residents. So one thing that we notice is in our home buyer surveys that lagoon is one of the top reasons, along with their builder and some other the other amenities that we offer to the residents, is the number one reason that people choose the community. But the reason that they love the community after they've been there is the people who they meet and their fellow neighbors, and they meet them at the lagoon because it is such the heartbeat of the community where everybody gathers with their family and friends and makes new friends. So it's just something that's really, really exciting about it. It's so inclusive. You know, the golf courses were really big back in the 80s and 90s, and now this is something that's just easier for the whole family and families of different kinds to come and enjoy all together. So I just love the inclusiveness of it. We've got multiple dog parks, tot lots, play fields with miles of trails throughout the community, multimodal paths, got fitness stations, and even a butterfly park. We'll be opening Eagle Park later this, or actually in the first quarter of next year, which is a huge place that has all of the things mentioned up there, as well as a kayak launch on King Lake, which is essentially 213-acre lake. It's also got the UltraFi and StreetLeaf that I mentioned earlier. In terms of education, there's great education throughout Pasco County, as you're probably aware, but we also have within walking distance in prep, which is the K-7 of the K-8 next year academy, and the Kirkland Ranch Academy of Innovation just opened this year for grades 9 through 12. And then we've got some new connectivity with Overpass Road, which bisects the community, opening up on 75 this year, and Curly Road is widening as well. Some other images of our elements, and feel free to ask questions at any point, so engage as much as you would like. More elements there. Schools. And Murata, this is essentially at the so at the northern end of Epperson starts the southern end of Murata. So we can together call them the connected city. This is up in Wesley Chapel. We've got this is the number 8 fastest growing in Tampa Bay per Zonda and Metro study in terms of the sales pace. We will have 4,500 homes at final build out here. We're roughly about 20-25% sold right now. Mixture of townhomes, villas, single family homes. Prices are from the 300s to over 1 million, with Biscayne now building there. We've got a family of 5 builders, including Biscayne, who has just started selling there. D.R. Horton, Medley by Lennar, which is their active adult targeted brand. And so they have their own kind of clubhouse and amenities, but they also have access to the lagoon that is forthcoming as well. And then Miranda and LGI Homes. And then coming soon will be Toll Brothers and Homes by West Bay. So we're excited to have those involved as well here shortly. Murata is the one community that we do have that has a centralized welcome center with a developer agent there as well. But ultimately, we urge you to contact Julie with any questions or needs that you have. And then, or you can contact the builders directly. So yeah, essentially, Epperson, the north end of Epperson is right here on Tyndall Road, and then it starts Murata above that. Got a wonderful entry with these huge architectural monument type things that they call whirligigs. So you'll know when you get there because it's pretty exciting. This lagoon is very excited. We're very happy that it will be opening. It will probably be full by the end of this year with water, and we'll be doing a grand opening in the first quarter of 2023. It will be the largest in the country at 15.2 acres. If you've seen Epperson beyond the photo, that's 7.5. So this will be over twice the size. Humongous. I just toured a 12-acre one in Houston, Texas over the weekend or last Friday. And just knowing that this will be 3 acres larger than that is it's amazing. It's humongous. Very similar in terms of amenities to Epperson. And then we'll have a full calendar of events, which the residents tend to love. All the other amenities are very similar. We've got dog parks, tot lots, play fields, miles of trails, and fitness stations. There's a new Publix shopping center right at the entrance to the community, and it's got 9 additional shops there. More coming soon to that. And then the road here, Clinton Avenue, the new SR 52 is, gosh, it's about ready to open. Yeah, I mean it's been almost ready to open for a while, so it's just yeah. But here's some more images of the elements.
Isn't that Murata? Where isn't there going to be like a hospital or some type of facility there as well, somewhere in that area? That's what someone else was saying.
Well, there is Advent Health, I believe, has the space there, and we're waiting to hear on that. So yeah, we've got something. It's at the northern end of it or something, and we're waiting to hear the latest on it. There's even an Advent Health space that they've got at Epperson in the forthcoming retail there as well, near the entry, but we're just waiting to hear the details. Angeline is the biggie. If you haven't heard of this, brand new one we just started selling. It is 6,200 acres up in Lando Lakes area. It's actually going to be called Angeline, Florida. Roughly 20 to 25 to 30 minutes to downtown Tampa in the airport. Essentially, when you're looking at the site plan, it's interesting knowing that it's about 5.5 miles from the northern end to the southern end of the community. So you're driving along the Sun Coast for 6 minutes, and you're still have got the community to your left or right. It's humongous. So of the 6,200 acres, over half of that, 3,600 acres, is going to be natural green space preserves. You'll see within the site plan that most of the homes will not back up to other homes, so they will actually back up to green space. So it's a really great plan. There will be roughly 7,300 homes at final build out with over 30,000 new residents. We're currently priced from the 300s. There will be single family homes, townhomes, villas, and multifamily. Right now, Lennar is selling the active adult with their Medley products, so they are working on their clubhouse as well. But then there will also be a lagoon plan for this community that those residents will have access to, and then we've got more builders to announce very soon, probably by the end of the year. So we're excited about that. So yeah, looking at this, we're selling in the kind of northern end here. There will be, you can see the gold part in the very northern part here. There's a farm coming, and we will have a welcome center at this community as well. And that should be opening in the first quarter of next year. But currently the Lennar area is kind of like in this north central area. So we'll have a lagoon and adventure park planned, in addition to all the other amenities that we currently do at our other communities as well: dog parks, tot lots, play fields, fitness stations, and pools. We'll have up to 100 miles of trails. We're working with the professionals at Avid Trails on this, so it's multimodal, like it's an amazing system, and it will connect to other trails outside of the community. There's like 2 or 3 major trails that are like all surrounding it. There will be a 130-acre regional county park and lake in that light blue area. I'm excited about that. There'll be a community farm, so it'll be a working farm. There'll be opportunities to do events there for residents and to get children involved in actually, growing and eating the food that they grow. So it's pretty exciting to be the first to do that in the area. Our UltraFi there will have 2 gig speed, so that will be again the fastest in the country. So we're really excited about that. Our street leaf solar power street light technology. We'll have a town center here with 4.4 million square feet of office and commercial space. And if you haven't heard, Moffitt's Global Center for Innovation and Research will be located here in this blue area. So just to give you an idea of the size, also in addition to this 5.5 miles, that Moffitt area is 775 acres. That's larger than downtown Tampa. Yeah, and it will be creating about 14,500 jobs. They're currently finishing a STEAM school, or close to finishing, that will be, I think, opening next year. And there will be a second one as well. So yeah, we're very excited about Angeline. It's a biggie, and lots more to come because we just started selling in June. Yep. Yeah, we're even doing yeah, we even got farmers market started already. South Shore Bay, which is the one that's closest to here, roughly we'll have 2,850 homes at final build out. We're about 45% sold. We have a family of 2 builders, including D.R. Horton, and then Medley by Lennar, their active adult product. Got townhomes, villas, and single family homes, and currently priced from the 300s to 500s. You can see the site plan. So a lot on the southern end is what's coming up, and then D.R. Horton has brand new townhomes in the northwest area that they just released as well. And then with their elements, they've got a brand new 5-acre lagoon that opened to the residents late last year. We did a grand opening back in May of this year. So we're excited about that. I was just there for my girlfriend's daughter's 10th birthday on Sunday, and I can tell you this adventure course is amazing, and it's a little bit humbling. I try to work out and run a lot, and I climbed up a couple of those things, and I was about to pass out. I was like, what is going on here? Yep. So yeah, so really excited about that. Same types of amenities there as well. UltraFi Street Leaf. And then just wanted to give you a heads up about coming soon. So we've got what will be our second community in the Manatee County. We've got a current one there called Glen Creek. Brightwater is down in North Fort Myers. And luckily still only had some fences and marketing signs down. But yeah, so this will be at the northern end of Manatee County on Moccasin Wallow Road, about 1.5 miles east of 75. It'll be 600 acres. We'll have 3,195 homes at final build out. The first phase will have about 1,940. We'll have townhomes, villas, single family homes from the 300s to over 1 million. We will have 4 builders, including Biscayne, D.R. Horton. It will be Dreamfinder Homes first break into the Central Florida market. They're based out of Jacksonville, so we're excited to have them involved here, and then Lennar as well. So they're really excited to come to the market. And they will have a 4.5-acre lagoon, as well as a hotel and commercial front door, parks and trails, top lot, dog park. Any questions? Yes. Yeah, the question is, were there any new active adult villas? Yes, yep. Lennar has a lot left to go in the Medley section. So I think we recently delivered 150 home sites to them. So yes, so they've got, I think they're still starting in the 300s. They are going through, they're expanding the clubhouse. I haven't gotten, I mean, I can look at it in aerials. They're probably expanding it by a third of the size. So I don't know exactly how many square feet. They haven't given me those details, but it will be additional like multi-purpose space and meeting space. So they've got a fitness room, a cafe, a pool, bocce ball, pickleball courts. And the cafe is pretty good too. So yeah, and that's just so they've got a gated entrance to that neighborhood within the community. So it's only the active adults that can enjoy their clubhouse and amenities, but they will be able to also enjoy the lagoon, whereas just the general residents of the community will not have access to the active adult amenity center. And just as a kind of an idea of the pricing of what the residents get, they essentially pay, and it somewhere around $45 per household per month for the entire household to have access to the lagoon. And in season, that's what a single adult pays to get into the lagoon for one day. So it comes with 25 free guest passes per year. And then any passes beyond that, they can buy for $5 for any additional guests beyond the 25. So they can pick their 25 best friends to get in for free and then pay $5. Oh, sure. The Manatee County. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? A great question. The question is, what is the name of the Manatee County community again? It is Sea Air. So it's spelled SEAIRE and it's pronounced Sea Air. I'm glad you asked that because it's the branding. I'll go back up to that slide. So the branding is really fun and beachy. It's close to the coast, but ultimately we bring the coast inland with the lagoon. Yeah, it's only a few miles from the coast, so it's kind of a beachy, airy, fun feel that we're going for. Any other questions? Great. Well, thank you for your time. We're available to answer anything for you in the future, and look forward to seeing you.
Awesome. So if you could, Julie, I've got your contact information and email, so I'll send that out to the team. So she's got cards for you. I'll send an email out with Julie's contact information. If you have any questions for her, she can connect with you. Guys, that's pretty cool. Within a 30 to 45-minute drive of where you live, there are currently 4 communities that have a lagoon with a 5th one coming. That's pretty amazing. How many other places are you guys building lagoons? Or are you building communities, metro places?
These are the same 4 or 5 now. We'll be doing them at the future communities in Osceola, in the Orlando area, Jacksonville, but right now.
Orlando and Jacksonville, future communities that they're building in, but are there any other areas that you have that many lagoons within such a tight radius? Yeah. That's pretty cool. So you got a lot of opportunities to sell product, especially. I think there would be some great opportunities. Can we coordinate to do like an invite? Because we've got 8 offices. I'd love to invite our whole team to go to like an open house individually at some of the communities, just to see, once you have enough available, that we can like see the community centers, just the accessibility of the product that you have.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, cool. And then we can also invite other groups to be able to come and do that as well. So we'll keep you posted on that. I think that's really awesome. There were no properties for a caravan. Nobody submitted any for a caravan. Does anybody have any listings that they wanted to pitch? We're going a little over time. So why don't we just, we're going to have to go quickly. So you'll have to come up here if you want to pitch it, because this is the only mic that I have. And so I can get the Bluetooth working again. So come on up really quick. Again, please do me a favor. Let's just breeze through it so we can get it up to speed. Come over here, please. What do you got? You can leave it there. It'll catch you.
I've discussed this before, but we finally got the renter out of this house and they are redoing it. 1004 East Ida Street. It is in Seminole Heights, or on the verge of Seminole Heights is what they're saying. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This house was built in 1925. And so he is doing a inspection up front. These are the old pictures that are up there. He's painting the interior. It has a new roof. It has new air. It's a really cute little house, and it's 1,200 square feet. We're going to list it for $350. Oh, we're going to list it for $350. Kitchen has been redone. It's original hardwood floors, but the bath and the kitchen have been redone inside, and it's right around the corner from the interstate. So it's really close to everything. And at $350, it's a cute little bungalow.
Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. Kim, what do you got? Come on, you got come up here on mic, please.
Just real quick, 904 Spindle Palm Drive in Apollo Beach. We just had a price improvement, major price improvement. We dropped it to $899.9. It was at $965. 1,911 square feet. It's got 165 feet of canal frontage. That's the backyard view that you just had up. That is a amazing living space out back with a built-in kitchen, dining room, she shed, the
Man
canal,
cave.
the man cave,
Nice.
man cave. Either way,
Don't kick me out of my room.
either way, it is currently a man cave, but I would make it a she shed. Amazing kitchen with upscale cabinetry, quartzite countertops, built-in cabinets all the way around that huge island for storage. The whole house has been upgraded top to bottom. These people were custom home builders in their working lives, and so they have left no stone unturned. There's an ensuite on the back side of the master bedroom that encloses an office, a laundry area, additional storage. They've got a walk-in closet behind the master suite. It's gorgeous. There's room to add an additional dock on the back on the canal. It's amazing. It would make a perfect Airbnb. There's no restrictions there. There's no homeowners association, no CDD. It is absolutely gorgeous, and they are ready to move. They have bought another property that they're already closed on, and they're ready to go. So please bring any offers.
Great price. This is the one you just saw in Caravan in the last 2 weeks.
Yes. Flood insurance right now is transferable. Their rate is $2,400 a year. It is transferable. So bring any offers, please. Thank you.
Awesome. Good. Ryan, what do you got?
So I have some land on 706 Ornelda Avenue down in Ruskin. It's 0.34 acre. It's actually currently cleared. It's not quite listed on the MLS yet. I'm still waiting on some pictures. But as of right now, everything is cleared. We have some old surveys that have already been done. As soon as we get the new pictures in, it will be listed. That should be this week. I'm sorry, it's going for 85,000 right now. Listed for 85,000. And the seller is ready to get rid of it. No, it's not in flood, so it's in AE flood zone. AE. So it
it's
is,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
Good.
Thanks, Ryan.
Hello, I just have a property that just went back on the market today. It is a condo with a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with an awesome view. Listed at $275,
What?
$312.
There it is.
It was tenant occupied, but the tenant has moved out now. So right around the corner to the bay.
Back on market, what happened? Speak freely.
Let's discuss that. No, what happened was that with the hurricane and all that stuff, the HOA took a long time to return the questionnaire, the condo questionnaire. And in the meantime, the interest rate went up. And
the buyer was no longer able to qualify for the.
So we had a buyer under contract because of the hurricane. The HOA took a little bit longer to respond with the condo questionnaire for the lender. Interest rate went up during that time. Buyer could no longer qualify. Time is of the essence, guys. Making sure you're doing these things right out of the gates. I mean, it might cost the buyer a few extra bucks, but it's definitely in your best interest to go ahead and try and knock everything out in the first 10 to 14 days of contract. Get your questionnaires done, get your inspections done, get your insurance done, get everything done so it's out of the way. And that way you're not scrambling at the end to try and pick the pieces up. And I know that wasn't Aisha's buyer because that wouldn't happen that way if it was. Good. Anybody else? Any other feedback? All right, awesome. We'll go ahead and sign off. There is breakfast down in the kitchen area that Julie and John have provided for us. I will get some information out for them so that you guys will have some direct contact information with them, and we'll coordinate some visits to some of those facilities. It'll be really awesome. You guys have an awesome day.